Blackstone Audio presents The Magnificent Elmer, My Life with Elmer Bernstein, by Pearl Bernstein Gardner, with Gerald Gardner. This book is read by Lorna Raver. To many this may sound like a cautionary tale. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't have missed a day of it. Pearl Bernstein Gardner. Chapter 1. The Door Opens. Don't ever change. This is how an artist should live. Sidney Buckman. Elmer and I met at a Berkshire summer camp where he was the resident young genius and I was a struggling waitress from Philadelphia. Every Wednesday evening, Elmer would play a concert of classical music in the recreation hall. He was brilliant. The waitresses would squat in an adoring semicircle on the floor as the dark-haired young pianist confronted the keyboard. One evening, before he began the recital, Elmer stood and faced the audience. "I want to dedicate this performance of the Appassionata to Pearl." "That's me," I thought acutely. My fellow waitresses stared at me in awe, wondering how they had failed to notice this simmering love affair. I was puzzled, as there was no simmering affair for them to notice. I turned beet red and tried to disappear between the floorboards. Beethoven and Bernstein. What an aphrodisiac! I guess it is too easy to look down the hallways of one's life and to say with any assurance, this is how it all started, this is how the doors swung open. But that moment when the brash, handsome pianist said, "This is for Pearl," that was surely the way it all began. In the days that followed, we became an item. There was a fresh spring in my step as I carried 8 bowls of onion soup through the swinging doors of the kitchen. "Coming through," I would squeal. And when the guests at my table were finished eating, Elmer cleared the plates. The most overqualified busboy in the Berkshires. When we returned from camp, I met Elmer's parents and he met mine. 6 months later, we were married and living in our little flat in old Manhattan. The first floor of the building was occupied by the Ship Ahoy bar. Our
sample complete. Ready to continue?